on the ride here this morning, I was just thinking about how when I was growing up, when I first started getting into the gym, I really just didn't make a lot of progress at first. And, it took me a long time. Like, obviously, when I first started in the gym, I wasn't doing the best stuff. I wasn't eating the best. I wasn't sleeping the best. So obviously, I'm not going to have as good of, gains as I could have had, I guess. But I want to talk about how, when I was younger, all around me, my friends, they could go into the gym and do whatever the fuck they wanted to, and they would get big from it. I'm not trying to say that they didn't work hard or anything. They definitely worked hard, but some people just naturally had it easier when it came to putting on muscle, and being able to lift weights in the gym. And I was not one of those people. I feel like I really struggled with putting on muscle for a long time, and I still feel like my progress is always slow, but of course, building muscle is a slow thing. But compared to my friends, I wasn't seeing that progress that they were for so long. And, it's easy to let that really discourage you and make you, want to quit, or make you just feel like you're not as good as everybody else. But, the thing is, you just got to keep trying. You just got to keep pushing, because eventually you will start seeing progress. Like, there's no situation in the world where you can put in that amount of effort and not see a reward from it. It just doesn't exist. If you put in so much effort into something, you are going to get, rewarded. You are going to make progress, whether, you like it or not. It's gonna fucking happen. If you genuinely work so hard towards something for so, an extended amount of time, then you will see progress. You just have to keep going, because there's a lot of time people think that they have put in work for a long time, but then they stop early. They stop right before they can potentially see something big. So don't quit early. Back to what I was saying. I felt like I wasn't seeing progress. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't as good as these people around me. My friends were able to put on muscle fast. They were able to, start lifting more weights than me. I was always lagging behind them. And, I would look at myself and just, be disappointed, because I just didn't look the way I wanted to. And it took me a lot of time to get there. And, people would always compliment my friends and say oh, wow, you're getting big in the gym, eh? Like, stuff like that. And, I never got that. No one ever noticed how hard I was working. Nobody ever, complimented me. No one ever told me that I was looking big. No one ever told me that, I was putting on muscle. Because honestly, I wasn't. I looked like shit, and I don't blame them, but, it just hurt to not get that same thing, The moral of the story is I just had to work my ass off for so long to get to where I wanted to be. And I'm still not done yet. I'm still not, finished. I'm still not where I want to be yet. I still have so much more to go, so much more progress that I can make, that I want to, and I'm going to. It just takes a lot of time. That's one thing that you can't get around when it comes to bodybuilding, is just how much time and effort it takes to put into this shit. You can't, there's no magic pill to just get you big. Yeah, okay, you could take steroids, but, there's nothing. If you just take steroids and you haven't actually tried lifting before, then you're either going to make shitty progress, you're going to look like shit, have really bad side effects. It's one thing when you've researched something for a specific amount of time. It's one thing when you've been, making your own meals for years and dieting for years and, lifting for years, and, you're old enough. That's one thing. But when you decide that, I really want to put on muscle, and you're fucking 18 years old and you've never cooked yourself a meal, you've never meal prepped before, you've never fucking stick to a diet for more than a couple days, then you should not be thinking of taking steroids. So, yeah. But yeah, moral of the story is, do not quit early. Do not quit on yourself ever. There's always going to be people out there that are better than you, that look better than you. even if they didn't put in as much work, but you are different because you know that you need to put in enough work. You know that if you put in that work, then eventually you will be able to get to where you want to be. You know that you will reap a reward after years and years of hard work. So you just got to stick to it, no matter how grindy, no matter how, down you get. You just have to stick to it.